Alrighty guys, so how's it going today? So we got kind of a good gust wind or wind going on here. And it is snowing a little bit too, so we got a little bit of snow blowing around and stuff. But very nice out though. It's about 25 out. Talking 30s, I think tomorrow or the next day anyway. So anyways, oh, there's actually some good load of snow right there. I gotta do a little bit of talking to you guys. I made this video earlier, but I think I got kind of mean and stuff, so I think I'm going to redo it. So, we'll get the shop lights running here. Sorry if it's dark, just give me a second here, I got to get my lights turned on. And I got to warm up too. So, what's going on is... come on. Some people were telling me on YouTube that I cannot suck that water out of my tank, out of my septic tank. Actually, I can. But I'm only sucking the water out. I'm not sucking the shit out, okay? That's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is just, well, like I said, I'm just sucking the water out. And it is legal, well, probably not legal, but it's legal for me to do it. Only as, like, how do I say it? Well, it's to buy me time until I can get my tank sucked out by a pro, you know, or by a sucker, as I call him. I call him a sucker. So what I'm doing actually is legal, as long as I'm not doing it like every day for the rest of my life. If I was doing that every day, then that could probably be a problem, you know. But this is just to buy me time until I can get the real guys down here to do it. No one's around to do it. There's 2 guys that left. They're gonna be gone to spring. One guy was being a jackass, and he said he wouldn't show up because he was just here in town. Well, that was a couple of weeks ago. So you guys have to understand too that I have to keep this water somewhat out of my tank. I have to. Otherwise, I'm going to have backup issues. Believe it or not, I sucked that tank 2 days ago, and I do have it on video. I am uploading it. But I want to know if you guys want to see the video or not. Just say yes or no, and then if you guys don't want to see it, then I won't upload it. I am uploading it now, but I'll just, delete it. Then I won't waste your guys' time with it. But if you guys want to see it, then let me know, and then I'll upload it. So, but what I'm doing is legal, but it's only to buy me time until I can get someone actually down here to really take a good look at this tank. So I'm not sucking the shit out, I'm leaving all that behind. I'm taking the water out. And probably 99% of that water is just shower water and and sink water, it's fairly clean water. It's not like full of I don't know what you want to call it. It's not full of crap, obviously. It's a little bit cleaner water than what you would think. I mean, I still wouldn't want to drink the shit, but, not unless you want to drink dirty, soapy water. Unless you're a creep. But, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to, do that. So, yeah. So, I can do it. And, let's see, I had that tank sucked out maybe 2 days ago, maybe a little longer than that, I don't remember, but I'm pretty much going to have to turn around and go do it again. So, because she's getting back up there again, but it has enough room to, move now. Right now it does, until we fill it up to the top again, and then we got to resuck it. So, if tomorrow will be a nice day for me, It's not cold out right now. It's just a little bit of snow and really, really windy. So if tomorrow we won't get any wind and any snow, I'll probably end up sucking it again. He says that we'll probably have to do it once a week. I'm thinking I'm going to have to do it sooner than that. It's just what I got to do. So you guys just have to understand that this is just what I got to do to make my tank work. And there's one guy that was saying, well, there's a couple guys that were saying that no matter what kind of tank you have, no matter if it was made in the 70s or not, well, actually, make that 3 guys, because the plumber called me earlier today. He wasn't sure on what our last name was, so that's why he called. And so I told him my last name and stuff, and I forgot where the hell I was going. Where the hell I was even going with that story. It's amazing how I forget shit that fast. Well, yeah, and I asked him too what he thinks on that tank, like if he thinks that there would be a concrete bottom or not. That's what some YouTubers were saying too, that it probably has a concrete bottom. The plumber said that the tanks from, I think probably from the very beginning up to the 1960s, they just had a dirt floor. They were just a plain old dirt bottom holder. So, but he says that after that they went to concrete, and then from there they went. I think they're still using concrete, but I could have swore they went to steel, and then they went to these plastic tanks. I don't know. Steel, I don't think would be a good choice because it would rust out so quick. So it's probably most likely still a concrete bottom. So what's going on here? I think when I hire this is when I hired the old guy. I'm done hiring him. He's useless to me, and I will explain why. But when he comes down here to suck my tank out, he claims that he doesn't want to suck any dirt that's at the bottom, which is a bunch of horse shit, because I know for a fact, and from what the YouTubers were telling me, there's no dirt down there. It's all just purely shit, or tissue paper, or whatever. Everything, it's just all that stuff rotting down at the bottom. There's no dirt down there. It's most likely got a concrete, floor to it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to hire this new guy, and when he shows up, I'm going to see if he has some kind of a metal rod or something really, really long that he can stab that tank with, and see if he can find the bottom of it before sucking. Or maybe he'll want to suck the water out and then from there look. But the thing is, if he's just sucking the water, which I fucking damn well know that's what he's doing, because I think the last time he was here I watched him do it. He put the big long metal pipe, because it was hooked to a hose, he put a big long metal pipe down to the bottom, and then he picked it up about 1 inch, and then just sucked all the water out. So literally he wasn't sucking the poo, because the poo settles to the bottom, because it's heavier. So I think what's going to end up happening is I'm probably going to hire this guy, this new one now. Let's get his opinion on it, and if he agrees with me, well, I'll either continue to hire him, or I'm just simply going to do it myself. I've been looking on the internet, and they do sell. Well, you can buy septic trucks, but they're a lot of money. I mean, you can get used ones for, $20 grand to $100,000. I mean, I'm not going to go that extreme. I don't need a truck that big anyway, not unless I was going to get into the business, but I don't think I'm going to. But they make little ones, little sucker doohies that you can just put in the back of your pickup truck. I think the smallest is like an 85 gallon to about 1,000 gallon, for your average pickup truck. And then if you got into the bigger, heavier, dutier trucks like the Ram 3500s and the Ford 350s or whatever. You know, those are more heavy duty trucks. Then you can put the bigger tanks in them, and yeah. So I think what's going to end up happening is, you know, yeah, this would cost me a lot of money, but if you think about it, I'd also be saving money. I don't know. It just depends how I feel like doing things at the time. I don't know if maybe this guy can figure it out, because there's something wrong with this tank, and I don't think it's falling apart. I just think that this guy, the old guy, is not sucking the dirt or not sucking the shit like he should be. He claims to be, and I don't think he is. And then when I called him that one year, and I chewed his ass out because I didn't think he was doing it, he started acting like a 5-year-old. You know, like, well, I fucking suck that shit out. You know, he was swearing, and you know, right then and there, I should have just hung up the phone and said I'm done. Because no guy that's 74 fucking years old should be acting like a 2-year-old and pouting about it. So fuck that. You know, fuck it. When I hired my plumber to come, you know, because I thought it was, you know, I had a clogged pipe. You know, he wasn't the nicest guy in the world. Like, you know, not super happy or nice, but he was nice. You know, he wasn't arguing with you, you know, or trying to correct you. Well, he was trying to correct you, but he was trying to explain it to you, you know. So I give him lots of respect, you know. I mean, he was being nice to me, and I gave it right back to him. So, you know, he got a little ticked off when the hose or the snake got stuck in the tank or wherever the hell it got stuck at. It got stuck like three or four times. He got a little ticked off. But, you know, he never swore. He just said, ah, shoot, you know. But, you know, I don't care. I mean, I don't care if he swore in my face. You know, he said, oh, fuck, my snake is stuck. You know, I don't care if you do that. But, you know, he didn't take his anger out on us. You know, he just kept it up, you know, to himself or whatever, you know. So he was a really nice guy. I think I'm actually, if I have any more problems, I might just end up calling him. And I know Paul Short, I don't think he'll watch my video, but he's seen a video on that welder that I bought a year or so ago, and he's seen this cat. And I guess he really liked him. Yeah, so Paul, if you're watching, that's him about a year later spraying against everything. Don't spray. Hey. Oh, you missed anyway, you stupid retard. I don't know what you were aiming for, but you missed. But yeah, that's Gary. That's the male you've seen. Gary, why don't you just stay in the shop but don't piss everywhere? I gotta get them fixed too. So, but right now they're just kind of out snooping around, trying to squirt on everything possible. So, I think I am going to take Gary in next month to get fixed, because believe it or not, I got, well, besides him pissing on everything, I got a couple of other male cats that are pissing everywhere too. And these two, him and then his other brother, they're getting into it. So gotta kind of have to keep them separated a little bit. I'm not sure if it's him or if it's his other brother or if it's the cats. But believe it or not, they're pissing on everything in the garage, like when Big Red would plow snow, I would, you know, end up bringing snow in the garage and stuff. And Big Red was covered in it, and they're literally pissing on Big Red, and it's really starting to piss me off. I'm really getting ticked off at that, so. And it's the winter time, so I really can't clean it. So it really ticks me off, but I'll have to give him, well, he'll get a bath this spring anyway, so it doesn't matter, but. So yeah, don't you be doing it. Don't be doing it. See? You can get the hell out. You ain't doing that in here. So, yeah, I think I'm going to try to take Gary here and get him fixed, because he's the worst one out of them all. I mean, he's clawing it. Yeah, you can claw at the tree. I don't care about the tree anyway. So, yeah. That's just what's going to happen. Is I'm going to hire this guy, this new guy now, the sucker. as I call him, and I'll get his opinion on it. He can try to find the bottom of the tank if there is one. I think there is. But see, the old grandpa claims that, you know, he claims that they're always going to be full, which is probably, you know, it's probably a little bit true, but it's filling up way too fast. I'm having the same issues as I did when I was living at the other house. Just that I can get a little bit, well, hell, I've only had it sucked for 2 days and it's already getting full again, but you know, there is still some good distance there yet. So I am going to probably have to suck it again tomorrow. And I can do it. As long as I'm not sucking the shit and I'm not doing it every day, I'll be alright. So, you guys saying that I'm going to get a fine, you know, honestly, if I do, the plumber would pay for it because he's the one that said I could do it, you know. And I'm going to, you know, I trust my plumbers. You know, I have to trust other people. So, you know, I have to take their word on that. And if I'm doing wrong, then he pays for it, not me. He's the one that, he even let me borrow his pump. That's his pump that I'm using. He said that I can borrow it either until I can get my own or until spring, until we get the big tank, you know, get the tank sucked out. Which is not going to be for a while yet. It's going to be probably, a few more months anyway. But, yeah. What's going to happen if this guy doesn't do his job either? If he thinks that I'm just, you know, a piece of shit and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I'm going to spend whatever it takes to get a truck, set it up for sucking shit, and I'm going to do it my fucking self. Fuck it. I mean, I probably won't really make my money back from it, but at least, you know what, it saves me a lot of headache. At least I can do it my way and have it done right the first time. And it's actually 10 o'clock at night. I don't know if you can hear the siren going off. You should actually be able to hear that. This GoPro picks up sound pretty good. Really good if it wasn't in the case, but it's 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, maybe you can hear that. Whoa, so close to my face. Didn't need that. Didn't need that close up, did we? Holy shit. So, yeah. That's what's going to happen. If this guy thinks I'm a lying piece of shit, too, well, you know, fuck it. You know, I can go buy, I pick up, for like, I don't know, $8,500, you know. Who cares about the miles? No one cares about the miles at this point. And I can either get a flatbed or I can get a big bed truck, you know, or something like that, and bolt it down. Fucking weld the damn thing down. I don't know. At this point, it doesn't really matter. And do it myself. I'll do whatever it takes, you know, so I can, you know, do it myself and do it the right way. Because I know that you're supposed to be sucking the shit, too. So, I'm going to see if my sister could talk to one of her friends. Because she'll be, well, she's not working this weekend. She's, you know, she's got a different shift now. So, she won't be seeing anyone till Monday. Well, she's got friends over there on the North Dakota side there that live in that little town there. And she can talk to them and see if they know of a place that allows you to dump, you know, shit and stuff. Pretty sure there was one place out in the outskirts of town there. Not a big one. This is like, you know, a little one, right? So, if that place still allows it to happen, you know, then I'll call and see if I can do it. You know, like if I do get, you know, if I can get the truck and get the, you know, the sucker device thing myself and do it. You know, I mean, you guys are thinking, well, I know what you guys are thinking. You're saying, well, that's just a waste of money. You know, I'd be better at spending $200, you know. Well, you know, it's $200 probably twice a year that I'd have to have it done. And if this guy's not doing it right either, and it's filling up within a year, at this point, you just take over and do it yourself. then that's where I would get a pickup truck. You know, I used one. Something, you know, I don't need a fancy truck. I mean, it's gonna get covered in shit anyway, so what the hell does it matter? And then spend whatever, how much it costs for the smallest sucker device. Ooh, that wind is nuts out there. And weld the son of a bitch to the frame or to the you know, the bed or whatever, and give her. You know, at least I'm gonna do it. You know, I can do it my way. You know, have it done correctly, and actually suck the damn shit. You know. So that's just what's gonna have to happen. Because I'm kind of getting sick and tired of spending money that is not even. Is money not even worth spending? Do you guys think that I'm really gonna spend $200 twice a year to just suck the damn water out? I might as well just do it myself. You know, I mean, that's $200. Well, let's see, if I put, well, I can get a gas pickup. I don't need a diesel, but the diesel would be nice because they come with heavier frames. But if you found a good used pickup, you know, fill it up with gas. How often would I use it? I mean, a full tank of gas would last me a year. Probably even longer. I don't know. It just depends on how much you did it, right? So, therefore, I'd actually just be saving money. You know. And let's say if I don't use the truck for a year or, you know, a couple years, just put, you know, well, if it's gasoline, you know, it's a gas pickup, just put fuel stabilizer in it every year. Well, every 12 months. The stuff's supposed to last up to 12 months. So, every 12 months. Put some more in, let it run for 10-15 minutes, and then take the battery out and be done with it. So, you know, that's just... It's better for me because I can get stuff done my way and not have to have someone doing a crappy job. And I know I was getting some help from some people, it was probably a few months ago anyway, a couple months ago anyway, about this wiring the shop. Well, someone showed me some 20 amp wires I could run, you know, from the house to here, either through like a, you know, like a regular plug-in kind of like thing, or I could, I guess, apparently wire it right into the breaker or into the panel at the house. Like I said, I want to go through the plug-in way, but I can't find any 20 amp plugins. There's only 15 amps. Well, you know, it's kind of stupid, I guess, but I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. What I want to do is I kind of would like to just run, well, no, actually, to tell you the truth, I'd rather just run one line out here just for the welder. Because the lights are fine on this setup, but the welder needs to be on its own. So, therefore, I'd have to run just one 20 amp wire out here, right off the house. Just get a 20 amp breaker, plug it into that, plug it into the damn thing, run it out here, put it into a, you know, an outlet or something, and there you go. So, problem's freaking solved. So, and everyone's telling me it's a fire risk. I don't see how. You just make sure your connections are good and the wiring's not going to get cut by anything or get in the way of anything, you know, and there you go. Problem solved. Because I only need one wire back here. That's just for my welder. The lights I can leave them the way they are now, just running them off this extension cord. Can't run the welder on that though. This extension cord is only 13 amps. I could do a 15 amp cord back here too, but you would lose amperage along the way. So you would just be better off running a 20 amp wire back here, because in the time you get it back here, you might be down to, you know, like 18 amps, and I need at least 15 amps or above to run my welder. So it works better that way. I'm still going to kind of maybe look around for wiring and stuff too, and figure out how that one works. But yeah, for the septic tank bullshit, that's just what I have to do, guys. And I know some of you guys are saying, well, this is a biohazard and shit and crap and bullshit and all that other happy horse shit. Well, your rules are different from the rules here. So people around here don't exactly give a shit either. So, and you also have to remember, I'm not sucking the shit. I'm only sucking the water. That's just to buy me time, so I don't have backup issues in my house. And I have to keep doing it. So, unless you guys want to come and clean up my mess, because I ain't cleaning up anymore. It's, fuck it. So, yeah, that's what I gotta do. Do I want to do it? Not really, but you guys have to understand too. I can't get a accepted guy down here to suck this in the middle of winter. No one wants to be around to do it. No one is around to do it. So, but I mean, if I, in spring when I do call someone and they don't do it correctly, I'm done. I would rather, get 20 grand in the hole and do it myself. So, I mean, I guess I could put a bigger tank in too, but, the thing there is it's going to cost a lot of money too. And I kind of looked at, too, there was kind of like a chart thing online. I can't remember what size tank it was. I think for a 500-gallon tank, and for 2 people living in a house, it'd be filled up within probably like half a year. And that's what's kind of going on now. So I'm thinking I got a 500-gallon tank, but it's just like a big hole. Because it doesn't go, lengthwise. It just goes, it's a vertical or whatever. It just goes straight down. But I think it's supposed to be a 500-gallon tank. So that's what I'm thinking, because from what the chart was saying, for a 500-gallon tank and 2 people, it'll take about half a year to fill it. And that's what's going on. The bigger the tank is, and the more people, then obviously, or less people, it all just depends. But I've kind of figured it out. Since there's 2 people living at this house, and it's filling up within half a year, it's got to be a 500-gallon tank. So, or maybe even less, I don't know. But it's sure filling up quick, so I kind of wonder if it ain't less than that. But I don't know. I'm just looking at many different options right now. And this is what I got to do for right now to keep my problem under control. Like I said, I will call a sucker guy in spring, because no one will show up now. And there's one guy that was saying too that, well, they don't need direct access to it. They can just park the truck on the road and run their hoses out. Actually, it's quite far from the road. And I don't think they would have enough hose. I know the guy for the old guy, when I called him, he didn't have a lot of hose with him. So, I suppose bigger the truck, maybe the more hose he would have, but this truck here is not a very big truck, so, it seems like he can only do 1 or 2 houses and then he has to go dump right away, so it's not a big monster truck, so it's just a little thing, but it works. It's actually, I think it's a Freightliner, a little Freightliner flatbed. Well, not a flatbed, it's just a chassis truck. It's got to be maybe like a 1999 model, something like that, because usually around 1990 to 2000 they had the square headlights. That's the style of trucks I like from Freightliner. The newer ones are alright, but they're a lot of money. So, but yeah, so I'm just looking at my options. Either he's going to have to come anyway and suck it, do what he's got to do, and then if I continue to have problems, there's 2 ways I can go. I could either put in a bigger tank, which is okay, but the thing is, if they don't get the tank, if it takes them a day to put the old one out, to take the old one out and then a day to put the new one in, well, that's 2 days that we can't live there, and we really can't have that issue. So they would have to get all the stuff here and try to get it all done one day. The easier route for me would be to go buy a used pickup, and just put the sucker device on the back of the truck. There you go. solve, problem freaking solved. Either way, I guess it would work, but I mean, if we have to put a new tank in, that's kind of a problem, because then we have nowhere else to go, so that's not an option really. Unless they would give you a backup tank sitting in the yard, I don't know. I don't know what the hell they would do. Maybe they would just dig a big giant hole in the damn ground and say, "Here, shit in that for a while." I don't fucking know, but I don't know. I've never been through that situation, and I've never seen that, so I don't know what that's like. But there's only 2 ways I can go. Well, there's 3 ways I could go, but the third way is a waste of money, I find, because $200 twice a year for them to just suck the water, it's useless. I'm just throwing money down the drain, and I don't want to do that. So, but we were in here for 3 years and we had no problems. So I'm thinking that the old guy wasn't sucking the shit like it should have been, and now it's just filling up in the tank, and the tank has nowhere to push the water. So, but like I said, we won't be able to do anything until spring, so I have to pump it. I ain't pumping the shit. I'm just sucking the water out. I find the bottom of the tank, and then I pick it up, an inch or 2, and then suck it the rest of the way down. And I'm literally thinking I gotta do that tomorrow. Fuck. I could just let it overflow again, but that's not really an option. And another thing I'm gonna do too is we're down there at the washer, where we have that where it was overflowing, in the washer pipe. I think that's a 1/2 inch thick. There's a 1/2 inch pipe. I think you measure from the inside of the pipe. I can't remember. But I think when I bought these pipes, because I was going to build the screen cab for the deer at one time. So I bought these because I thought this is what I needed, was these things. He said that you have to measure by the inside of the pipe. And I think these are a 2 inch. It says 2 there, but I don't know if that's inches or not. But I think this was no, this is a that ain't right either. That just says 1-2. Has to be a slash. Well, it's either 1.5 inch or a 2 inch. It's either one of those, but they were too small for my project. I need I think a 2.5 to fit that bar. I was gonna make my screen cab for that, out of that. But when I bought those things, he says, "Well, you got to measure from the inside of the pipe." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." They changed it, I guess, apparently. So, well, that was a few years back too. So, I measured from the inside of the pipe down in the basement, and that's a 1.5 inch. So I'm gonna order a 25 foot of flexible 1.5 inch pipe, and I'm gonna run that from that overflow part of the pipe for the washer. I'm gonna route that along the side of the wall and run that down into the sub pump. Or another way I could do too is I could simply just cut that pipe and put an L in it, and then and then just run it directly to the sub pump that way too. But that'd be kind of a severe angle. It might build up some pressure. So it'll probably be fine. I'm sure of it. But this way it'd be a little cheaper and easier for me. So in that way, if we did have an overflow issue, it can just go into the sub pump. And then just from there, they'll just it out, and whatever. That's just for backup, because I know halfway through this winter I'm going to get sick and tired of pumping it with the pump. Especially when it's -40 out. I'm not going to want to do that. So, whatever. But, if tomorrow's nice, I'll probably do it again. I don't want to, but I think I'm going to have to. So, and you can tell that I'm not too excited about it. I really am tired. So well, I just want to go to bed. YouTube's been kind of boring the last few days. It's like no one's uploading crap. I think Bill T-Max is dying because he hasn't uploaded a video in like 3 days. Well, he said he's been sick, so that's probably why. You know, Savage Moore's not really uploading anything. NRAP6 not uploading anything. Devil Strike's not uploading anything. So, you know, and if just Paul Shore's not really uploading anything either. He uploaded the video like a day or so ago. You know, so it's been kind of slow. So, just been kind of doing a whole hell of a lot of fucking nothing. But whatever. I guess I just been, you know, I just try to keep myself busy with whatever I can find to fucking do. So, yeah. I do apologize for a long video, but I'm just letting you guys know that this is legal for me to do this. It's just that I can't, you know, do it for the rest of my life, because that would be an issue. But just, you know, for a few times I got to do it for the next, you know, what, 2 months or something. It ain't gonna really hurt it. So, and it is my land, and I can do it. So, he said that if I had to dump it on someone else's land, let's say like the neighbor's land, I would have to go and get permission to do that. And I don't need to dump it on his yard. I got plenty of my own yard that I can fuck around with. So I don't need to go dump it on the neighbor's property. I don't need to. So I got what, just under half an acre of yard, so I got, you know, I got enough space. But, you know, whatever. So yeah, that's just what I gotta do. I do apologize if this video is, you know, a little boring. I know that I've gained a few new subscribers and stuff. I know there's a couple of my subscribers. If you're watching my videos, I know there was a new one. Can't remember what his name was now, but I can't reapply to your comments. You have the reapply thing turned off. So, if you want me to be able to reapply back to your comment, you need to disable that and turn it back on so I can. I do like your comment to let you know that I did read it. To let you guys know too that to the ones that have their comments disabled or the reply disabled, I do look at your comments. I do try to reapply back to them, but I can't. So I just put another comment below yours, and you know, I put your name and stuff there, and then I hit the like button, so that way you guys know that I did read it. But if you guys actually want me to reapply back, you need to turn that off, and you need to turn it back on, the reply button. So just letting you guys know. I think there's like 2 or 3 of them that have it disabled, so I can't reapply back to them. Which, you know, I guess kind of sucks, but I guess they kind of want to keep their things under control, which I do understand, but it's just, you know, it's hard for me to reply back to that. So, just, you know, just a heads up. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to head in and do some other things and get ready for bed and call it a night. I just wanted you guys to know that I can do it. I just can't do it forever. It's just for temporaries, you know, until I can get to the spring. So, I know I can't call anyone, so, because no one's around. The other dick won't show up. So, frick it. But, whatever. But we'll see what he says, and if he agrees with me, we'll figure that out. If that don't solve the problem, then I'm either just going to get my own damn truck and suck it myself, or I'll just put a bigger tank put in. Either way, it'll work. Either way, I'm alright with it. You know, I mean, yeah, it's just more shit for me to deal with. But, you know, the truck kind of, I mean, it would pay for itself over time. It would just take a lot of years. You know, I mean, if you think about it, trucks, well, if you want a good, decent one, you get it for about $8,500. The sucker device, which I'm sure that's probably in the thousands. You know, I would make my money back, you know. So, and I probably could do the neighbors too if they, you know, were looking for someone, but I'm not looking into really turning it into a business, you know. And if I did, I would have to go, you know, more legal. you know, put my name on the side of the truck and my company name, my number, you know, my phone number, and you know, and make sure I can find a legal place to dump it, which I would do. I would do stuff, you know, by the book. You know, I'm not just gonna go dump it on someone's farm. I don't work that way. So, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't really want to be in the sucking business, even though I guess it would be good pay, a little bit, you know, but that's just not really something I really want to do right now. So, but whatever. It's just mostly to, you know, to get my. It says I got 1 hour and 34 minutes left. Interesting. So yeah, it would just be, you know, for my purpose only. And if I did decide to go, you know, another thing too is if I did go, like if I turned it into a business, at least I would do it right the first time. Like if someone called and said, hey, just, you know, come suck my shitter tank out, well, I'm going to suck that fucking shitter tank out. I'm going to suck it all. You know, I'm going to suck the water, I'm going to suck the poo and everything. I'm going to suck it so damn good the tank will be spotless. You'll be able to go crawl down inside that goddamn tank and make yourself a goddamn freaking cheeseburger. On that tank yet. You know. You got people around here that don't want to do jack squat. They just want to, you know, take the water and charge you $200 for it. That's a ripoff. Bring it. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to take off. Do apologize for a long video. I know some of you guys hate that. And I'm sure most of you guys just skip through it. Which, if you do that, then you miss out on a lot of crap. But that's kind of your fault, not mine. But I try to talk as fast as I can. You know, I try to get to the points and stuff better, but sometimes I just gotta say what I gotta say and get it off my chest, so you guys understand it. Because some of you guys are not understanding it too well. But yeah, I just wanted to redo this video because the last one I made was I started being a smart ass, and I was like, well, you know, I don't really want to do that. Try to say it more nicely, so I don't piss off any more subscribers. But yeah. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff.